Good morning, my dear friends. Today we are going to start our class 12th mathematics, the first chapter, that is relations. What do you mean by relations? So, before studying relations, the definition of relations, we need to know about the Cartesian product. What do you mean by Cartesian product? It is the product of two sets. Two sets in the sense what? Suppose a set A is there, it has three element 1 2 3. Another set B is there, it has two element AB. Then A cross B is called as the Cartesian product of the two sets, and it is denoted by the ordered pair. It is expressed, represented by the ordered pair like this: 1A, 1B, then 2A, 2B, then 3A, then 3B. It is the set A cross B. It is called the Cartesian product of A and B. You may represent B cross A. Again, it will be ordered pair. Order in the sense certain order. Very first, A cross B, the first element of each and every element will be the element of A. In B cross A, the first element will be the element of B. A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. So this is called the Cartesian product of A and B. Okay. So Cartesian product of two sets we have studied. Now we need to know something about the relations. Understood? That's very simple. I am just making it clean. Now anywhere you need to write down something, you may stop the video and write down the things. Okay. Now I am just giving an example of relation. Relation means what? Exactly, when we are having two sets in the sense it may be any two sets. Okay, when the element of first set are related to the element of second set by a certain rule, this rule is called the relation. Like suppose I am writing y is equal to x upon 500 into 100. You may understand here what the formula is. Here y is representing the percentage. This x is just representing, suppose, obtained marks. Obtained marks out of 500. Okay. So this is the formula for finding the percentage out of 500. Okay, now you may see that here, suppose we are having some x and here we are having some y, the set of x represented by capital X, the set of y represented by capital Y. You can see that here it is 0 marks are related to here 0%. Here suppose 50 marks we are talking about. So 50 marks here related to 10%. 50 is related to 10. 0 is related to 0. 100 is related to 20. And 150 is related to 30. Similarly 250 is related to 50. Similarly 400 is related to 80. And similarly 500 is related to 100. You may see that here this many and more than that means all the numbers from 0 to 500. All the numbers from 0 to 500 are related to the numbers from 0 to 100. All the numbers from 0 to 100. Okay. So this and exactly this relation is having only one form. One form means in the sense this is the formula by which this relation is being defined. This is the formula by which this relation is being defined. Means 0 related to 0, or 50 related to 10, or 100 related to 20. This may be represented like 0 0 ordered pair, 50 10 ordered pair, 100 20. This is ordered pair. Both the things may be defined. This may be represented like this. A relation may be represented by this or this. This is the relation between two individuals, and this is the relation between the two sets. Two sets. Is it clear? So this is called the relation. This is called the relation. You must understand that this is a kind of relation. Relation is a rule. Relation is a rule by which two set of values related to each other. Okay, now we are just writing the definition of this. You must understand this. This is just for making you understand. I hope you understood the things. Now we are writing the definition of relation. That's very easy, and this is one of the easiest chapter of class 12th. Wherever you will be studying in class 12th, in final examination you will face a 4 marks question from this chapter. Now we are writing the definition of a relation. Let A and B are two non-empty in the sense not zero, okay, sets, then a rule R, okay, which associate the elements of A to the elements of B. See, let A and B are two non-empty sets, then a rule R which associate the elements of A to the elements of B is called a relation. Okay, you must write that definition. Whenever you need to write the definition, you may pause the video and you must note down the things. Okay, this I am just I am not taking online class. I am just giving you the recorded video. Why? Because you may pause anywhere, and if you need to have any problem, you are facing any problem, then you must ask. See, you may please note down this. Okay, written. So now we are just taking an example. If A belongs to A and B belongs to B, then the relation R defined on A and B is represented by A or B, or AB belongs to R. See that this form generally we use. वैसे तो both the forms are important, but generally we use that form. A related to B or AB related to AB belongs to R. AB is an ordered pair which belongs to the set of ordered pair. Is it clear? If suppose we are just writing, now we are writing, if suppose if A not related to B or AB is not belongs to R, means A is not related to B. You must understand the meaning. Exactly, suppose we are writing this or this, it means A is not related to B. Is it clear? Please note down the definition. Then after we are writing an example. So as you know, just by pausing this, you may stop the video and you may note down this. I am just making it clean. Okay. Now, for example, we are writing an example through which I am just defining the relation. Okay. Example, let A is equal to, suppose A is -4, 2, 4 and 1, 9 in all, and B is equal to -1, 1, 2, -2, 3, -3, 4, 5, 6, 7, suppose. Okay, and here a relation R is defined such that a relation R is defined such that A is equal to B square, or A where A B define करना जरूरी है. A belongs to A and B belongs to B. We need to define A and B. So this is the relation. Now we are just determining the relation. See that what is that R here? So R is equal to, now ordered pair. If suppose A means this, we are putting B -1. So square of -1 will become 1. So 1 minus 1 is a relation AB. Is it clear? Now we are putting B as 1. Then again A will be 1. So 1 1 is another set. Now if B we are putting 2, then 2 4, 4 2 sorry, 4 2 and 4 minus 2. Then we are putting 3, 3 square 9, then 9 3 and 9 minus 3. All other are not related exactly. -4 is not square of any number, as you know very well. So this is the relation. You may check it. This is the relation here. Okay. Individually you can write that 1 is related to -1. Okay. And 1 is related to 1, or 4 related to 2, or 4 related to -2, or 9 related to 3, or 9 related to -3. You may represent that relation like this. This is the relation, and this all you can represent this like this also. Okay. So this is just a simple example for relation. So you may just pause it and you may note down the things. Okay. This is the example of relation. Now start writing the note. Okay, this is a simple example. Now exactly relations. Might have you studied functions in class 11th. 11th क्लास में आपने functions पढ़ा होगा, स्टार्ट किया, पढ़ा होगा, हमने पढ़ा ही है rather, है ना. So relations and functions are almost same in the sense all the relations may be called as the function. All the functions may be called as the relation, but all the relations are not the functions. Okay, all the functions means functions are just a kind of relations. Okay, so please you must note down, write the note. Very first you need to understand that a relation is a subset of Cartesian product of the sets. ओके, इसको और क्लियर कर रहा हूं मैं, इसी को क्लियर कर रहा हूं. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी that all the elements of A are related to all elements of B. It is not correct. Just we have seen in that example. हमने उस example में देखा that -4 of A was not related to any element of the B. So it is not necessary that all the elements are related to all the elements. Okay. Now third we are writing every relation is not a function, whereas every function is a relation. Every function is a relation. फंक्शन चैप्टर में मैं तुमको बहुत अच्छा एग्जांपल दूंगा. आफ्टर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट एग्जांपल you will understand the function. Okay, here you must note down this. A relation is a subset of Cartesian product of the sets. Every relation is a function, but whereas every function is not a relation. Sorry, every relation is not a function, whereas every function is a relation. So these are the notes, special statement about the relation. Please note down this. You may pause it for writing. Now I hope you have written. So now we are moving ahead. Okay. Now as you have studied in class 11 the domain and range of the function. Similarly we are studying here the domain and range of the relation. Okay. So please put the heading domain and a range of a relation, not function. What do you mean by domain and range of a relation? क्या होता है domain and range? That we are studying. See, so in a relation the set of all first elements of all ordered pairs is called domain of the relation. As you know, relation is represented in ordered pairs. So the set of all the first elements of ordered pair is called the domain of the relation. Now range, we are writing the definition of range. So directly I am writing in a relation the set of all second elements Okay. Second elements of all ordered pairs is called range of the relation. See, I'm just taking the last example. As I can rememorize, the relation was, for example, in previous example, the relation was, is I think -1 was related to 1. No, 1 was related to -1. 1 was related to -1, whereas 1 was related to 1, 4 was related to -2, 4 was related to 2, and 9 was related to -3. Is I think this was the first relation in previous example. So, domain of R and range of R. So, as definition, we have written the set of all first element of that relation. In the sense, it is 1, 4, and 9. This is the domain of the relation. And now, if we are talking about range, so it is -1, 1, -2, 2, and -3, 3. This is the range of the relation. Domain of the relation, range of the relation. So this is the definition of domain and range of the relation. Okay, so please you must note down that. Just make a pause and write down this fast. Okay, so this is about the domain and range of the relation. Now I am just making it clean. Okay, now how many relations are possible maximum? Maximum in the sense, in that set theory, as I have just, you have written a note. You have written a note that आपने भी नोट लिखा है that relation is the subset of Cartesian product of two sets. So how many subsets are possible, that you know very well. See, we need to write here the note, number of relation, about the number of relation. So very first note for the number of relation. If a set has n element, if a set has n elements, this is called the cardinal number of the set. ये जो n होता है इसको cardinal number of set बोलते हैं. If a set has n elements, then total number of subsets, number of subsets of that set is 2 to the power n. That many number of subsets will be there. Okay, now if a set A has m elements and another set B has n elements, can you tell me how many ordered pair will be there? Mn. Then it will have Mn number of elements in कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट. कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट में कितने एलिमेंट होंगे? Mn. एंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ नॉन जीरो या नॉन वाइड I should use word void. This contains one void set also. So here total number of non-void subsets of product is 2 to the power mn minus 1. So these many relations are possible. 2 to the power mn minus 1 relations are possible. So from a and b, 2 to the power mn minus 1 maximum number of relations are possible. Please note down this fast. This is the maximum number of relations, 2 to the power mn minus 1. Maximum number of non-void relations. I should use the word 2 to the power mn minus 1. So please note down this. Now next we must take one example. Later we'll take the example. Very first we should see the, or we can take, as you think, we should see the types of relations now. Okay, so you are just writing down all such things. Okay, you must note down all such things whatsoever we are studying, because if you write, then this will be your class notes. Okay, now types of relation, the new heading we are just putting here, it is types of relations. Now how many types of relations are there? How many types of relations are there? So very first type I am just writing, it is that you have studied in class 11th. What? Two types. That is, one is universal. Universal in the sense the same as the Cartesian product, जिसमें which contain all the elements, is called the universal relation. And the second is identity relation. Identity relation in the sense, one is every element of set A is related to the same elements of the same set. Okay, every element of set A is related to itself. 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6. This kind of relation is called the identity relation. So that two relations you have studied in class 11th. I am just starting from the reflexive relation. Reflexive relation. What do you mean by reflexive relation? क्या होता है reflexive relation? देखिए, that's very simple. हाँ, a relation R defined on a set A such that every element of A is related to itself. Every element of A is related to itself is called reflexive relation. See, let A belongs to A. Okay, so A is reflexive if A is related to A, which implies that AA belongs to A. This is the definition of reflexive set. In the sense, all the elements of set A must be related to itself by the particular law. Then the law is called the reflexive relation. Okay, you must note down the note. नोट भी लिख लीजिए. What is the note? The note is quite simple. A relation R on set A is not reflexive. A relation R on set A is not reflexive. A relation R on set A is not reflexive if for any element, suppose C belongs to A, C is not related to C, which implies that CC is not belongs to R. Means for any element, if for any one element the rule is not containing the same relation, it will not be the reflexive. Okay, please note down this. You must see two more note. One is all identity relation, identity and एक ही साथ दोनों लिख लेते हैं, identity and universal, that you have studied in last year. All identity and universal relations are reflexive by nature. Reflexive by nature. In the sense, all the identity relation and all the universal relations are reflexive. So you must note down this all. Okay. So this is all in reflexive relation. I am just making it clean. Now second type we are studying. As I have told, you just make a pause and write down all the things, definition, information, all. Okay, and then move ahead. आपके क्लास नोट्स इसके साथ प्रिपेयर होने चाहिए. I'll check the class notes rather. Okay. Now second is symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. What do you mean by symmetric relation? So, a relation are defined on a non-empty set A is called symmetric if for all AB belongs to A. Now see, this is the notation for all. Okay, so for all AB belongs to A, if A is related to B, AB belongs to R, it must, if and only if BA belongs to R. It means this shows that either AB belongs to R, it implies that BA belongs to R, or BA belongs to R, it implies that AB belongs to R. Means this may be written as A related to B if and only if B related to A. Then only it will be symmetric relation. Please note down the fast, and same again we'll write the same note. Okay. See, what is the note? Same. If for any element C belongs to A, AC belongs to R, but CA do not belongs to R for any one element. For 4 element, suppose A contain 5 element. So for 4 element it is symmetric. But if suppose for any fifth element C, it is not following the rule, then it will not be symmetric. Then R will not be a symmetric matrix. Sorry, symmetric relation. Okay. So if for any element C belongs to A, AC belongs to R, but CA do not belongs to R, then R will be a symmetric relation. Second, all the identity and universal relations are symmetric relations. Please note down the definition. We'll see the example later, okay? Again, what I have told, you just make a pause and write all definitions properly. Now the third relation, transitive relation. Third kind of relation, that is transitive relation. See, third relation is transitive relation. This is a little different kind of relation, transitive relation. A relation R defined on a non-empty set. See that, non-empty set A. A relation R defined on a non-empty set A is called transitive. If for all A, B, C belongs to A, AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R. If AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, so it implies that AC belongs to R. Is it clear? Means we can also write like this: A is related to B and B is related to C, so there must be that A is related to C. Okay, so this is called the reflexive relation. Sorry, transitive relation. Okay, so again the same note you may write down. What is the note? Here you need to understand one thing, that if a relation is having that property, fulfilling that property only for any of the three element, then it will be called as the transitive. देखो यहाँ पे difference है reflexive symmetric. For any of the element, if it will not follow the rule, then it will not be symmetric, then it will not be reflexive. But transitive थोड़ा अलग है. For any one triplet, किसी एक ट्रिपलेट के लिए भी अगर ये ट्रांजिटिव रिलेशन की कंडीशन को फॉलो कर रहा है तो ये ट्रांजिटिव रिलेशन होगा. ट्रांजिटिव मीन्स नॉट दैट it is following for all the element. Okay, so I am not writing that note, I am writing the note that all the universal and identity relations are transitive. Okay, please note down this fast, then after we'll see the example. Transitive relation, just make a pause and note down this fast. Okay, now I hope you finished that. Now we are writing the we should see the example as I think, in which we'll prove that, we'll check that relation containing what property. Okay, I'm just writing an example. For example, see a relation R defined on, suppose W whole number, okay, such that R is equal to AB, such that modulus of A minus B is divisible by 3. Okay, modulus of A minus B is divisible by 3. This is the relation. Now I am just trying to solve it. For solution we should as I think solution क्या हम बना लेते हैं relation. Okay, for A B A minus B modulus means 1 minus 1 0. Is 0 divisible by 3? Yes, 0 is divisible by all the numbers. So suppose we are just taking few elements, हम केवल few elements ले लेते हैं, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 तक के एलिमेंट ले लेते हैं, है ना. Suppose we are taking in this W 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, only these many elements we are taking. You just see that. So 0 0, yes, 1 1, yes, 2 2, yes, बड़ा हो जाएगा, हम यहाँ तक लेते हैं बस 4 तक. Okay, 3 3, yes it is, and 4 4, yes it is. Okay, these are the elements of R definitely, because 0 minus 0, 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 4 minus 4, this will be 0, and 0 is divisible by 3. Now 3 minus 0, so 0 3, and 0 minus 3, both are the elements. Why? Because modulus is here. So 0 minus 3 3, 3 minus 0 again 3, then 4 minus 1 and 1 minus 4. Okay, then 4 minus 1 again will be 3, and 1 4, that will be also 3. Now okay, I think we can conclude. 1 4 is related, 4 4 is related, 4 1. We need to take few more. 5 2 ले लेते, 5 तक ले लेते हैं. So 5 minus 5, यहाँ पे 5 भी 5, I am increasing 1 suppose. So 3 3, 4 4, 5 5. So here it will be 5 minus 2 and 2 5 is again, and then 6 suppose we are taking, then 6 0 and 0 6 and 6 3 and 3 6, these are also elements. 6 6 is also we are including, so that many. Now you need to check, is it reflexive? See, reflexive behavior, reflexive. Okay, here for all A belongs to W, AA belongs to R. है क्या? Yes, for all elements 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6, it is there in relation. Hence R is reflexive. Reflexive. Is it clear? Similarly, अब हम देखते हैं symmetric. Symmetric. for all AB belongs to W, if AB belongs to R, then it implies that BA belongs to R. Hey, 4-1 belongs to R, then 1-4 belongs to R. 5-2 belongs to R, then 2-5 belongs to R, because that is modulus of A minus B. So yes, hence R is symmetric. Okay, now third, transitive. We should take 3 elements. So 6, 0 and 3 we are taking. Okay, for all I am writing particular 0, 3 and 6 belongs to W, such that 0, 3 belongs to R and 3, 6 belongs to R. It implies that 0, 6 also belongs to R. Hence R is transitive. See, this is the transitive property. मैंने आपसे कहा था कि this and this property must be fulfilled by all the elements, but this property, if it will be fulfilled by only one element, then it will be transitive. Hence R is reflexive, R is symmetric, R is transitive. It is following all the 3 conditions. You must note down that it is a good example and generally it is asked in the examination. So just make a pause and note down the thing. Okay, so it's okay. Now we are just, I hope that you understood the relation and how to prove that reflexive, symmetric and transitive. I'll give you more examples. So और भी example करेंगे हम लोग, but यहाँ समझ में आया होगा. I hope कि you understand the things. Now अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. ऐसे तो इस टॉपिक का एंड है, यहाँ पे ये टॉपिक खत्म हो गया, बट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्यू मोर थिंग्स. ओके, कुछ थोड़ा सा डेफिनेशंस और है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग का पार्ट नहीं है. अब सिर्फ कलेक्टिव चीजें देखना है हमको. जैसे इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन, देयर इज वन डेफिनेशन, दैट व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन. Equivalence relations. What do you mean by equivalence relation? See, that's very simple. If a relation is following all the 3 conditions, means if a relation is symmetric, if a relation is R, now I am writing the definition. If a relation R is defined on a non-empty set A, then it is called an equivalence relation. If C, R is reflexive, second R is symmetric, third R is transitive. Okay, if R is fulfilling all the 3 conditions, then it is called the equivalence relation. Okay, further you know very well, reflexive means for all A belongs to A belongs to R. Okay, for all AB belongs to A AB and BA both belongs to R, and for all A, B, C belongs to A, if AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, it implies that AC belongs to R. Means that ये meaning है इनका, that you know very well. Now we should write the definition of equivalence class that we have proved. We solved the question. We understood that how should we prove the reflexive, symmetric and transitive. We'll prove a relation and that relation will become equivalence relation. Yes, before the example we have seen it was equivalence relation. Now equivalence class. What do you mean by equivalence class? So that's very simple. The set of all elements of A, the set of all elements of A, those are related to an element A belongs to A is called equivalence class of A and is denoted by this set is denoted by equivalence class of A. This is equal to X such that XA is belongs to R. Okay, this is called the equivalence class. So please note down this all. This is all in the relation. Now we are just taking some examples. Okay, as I think, please you note down this just by making pause and solve all the examples of your book. If you are having R.D. Sharma, you may solve the example of R.D. Sharma. If you are having the NCERT, you may solve all the examples of NCERT, and then after you may come on the questions. If you will face any of the problem, please feel free to call me anytime. I'll free for you 24 hours. Okay, so please make me call. This is just the simplest chapter. It is finished. That relation topic from relations and functions, relation topic is finished. Yes, it is very easy and I hope you understood that all. कहीं पे भी कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम आता है, please make me call. Okay, bye, have a nice day, see you.